So unlike global alignment, where we try to force the entire length of the two sequences to align with each other, in local alignment, we only try to find how subsequences match. So we have the scoring table shown and the two sequences we will work with. We can already see that both of them have GTGA, one in the end and one in the beginning. So we would expect both of these to match with each other. The algorithm is very similar to Needleman-Wunsch, only here we have another option for the max function, which is 0. So that makes it really easy. Once we see that the top three options all give us negative numbers, we just go straight for the 0. So we initiate the table as such, using only the zeros instead of negative numbers. So for this cell, we have four options. We either go diagonally, where we have a mismatch between a G and an A, giving us -1, or we go up, indel gives us -1, or we go to the left, also gives us -1, or we just end up with a 0, which is indeed what we write there, because that's the maximum value. Then we can just quickly continue with the rest of the cells until we hit the match between the two G's. So for this cell, we have four options. Since we have a match, instead of getting a -1, we have a 0 plus 1, gives us a 1. That's the highest number of the four, so that's the one that we choose. And then we can continue on with the rest of the table, doing the same thing. Once we hit a second match in a row, as we do here, we go from 1 diagonally to the 2. We pull an arrow from the 2 back to the 1 because that's the number that yielded this 2. So we continue on with the rest of the table, only pulling arrows between numbers that are higher than 0. Once we're done with the table, we can look for the highest number in it, which in here is a 4, and we can backtrack from that 4 along the arrows and get our alignment. So the alignment score is the highest number in the table, which again is the 4. And then we align the subsequence that is represented by the path that we marked. We start from the rightmost side of the subsequence, which in here is the A and the A. Then we move on to G, T, G, and write the rest of the letters in the sequence.